What is currently happening, programs? Welcome to the Grid VR, where I'll be bringing you this week's news in virtual reality. It's Sunday the 17th of December 2017, and all I can say this week is just don't be a dick. We've got LA Noire arresting the system, Ready Player One assisting reality, Sairento's ass-kicking ninjas, milsims, big rooms, table tennis, and much more. Today I'm going to cover off the main events to keep you in the loop. So stay locked, crush that like button, enjoy, and welcome to the Grid VR. And now, the Fallout 4 giveaway winner for 2017, drumroll please. Not what I had in mind. Drumroll please. Right, again, not... Drumroll please? Look, whatever. This is the winner here. Congratulations, thanks to everyone who entered by commenting and sharing the Grid VR. Stay tuned for more in 2018. Now, on with the day. The LA Noire VR case files is up on Steam now, and it's for Vive users only. And look, don't get me started on the Rift versus Vive war, that shit's... Sorry, but come on man, Cross VR, the developer of Revive, which lets Vive users play Rift-only games, swooped in like the fucking savior he is and whipped up a fix in 10 seconds to allow Rift users to play this. So, and for those of you wondering, check the link in the description, download and extract the API file, copy the DLL file in that extracted folder, go to Steam, right-click LA Noire VR, go Properties, then to the Local Files tab, choose Browse Local Files, and then paste that DLL file in here. Now start LA Noire. Yeah, that easy. And it's not like HTC funded this title, and it does make Rockstar look a little lazy, and they're only hurting themselves, as people will leave negative reviews, whether hypocritical or not, and then just refund the title. Seriously, a little extra effort here would have been diamond. Controversy aside, the minimum and recommended specs are up, and oh lord, it's you will need as a minimum spec an Intel i7 4790K at 3.6 GHz or higher CPU, 8GB of RAM, and an NVIDIA GeForce 1070 8GB graphics card. The recommended spec, on the other hand, is a massive i7 6700K at 4GHz CPU, 16GB of RAM, and an NVIDIA GTX 1080 8GB card or higher. Oh well, fuck it. Let's go bowling. And I know it's easy to cry optimization with this heavy spec requirement, but this is what a lot of us asked for. We need more high-end VR experiences, is something I've heard around the campfire a fair bit, and well, this is what that costs. But wait, there's more. Due to performance issues with AMD hardware, if you are using an AMD CPU, you have to use an NVIDIA graphics card. Or if you are using an AMD graphics card, you have to use an Intel CPU. Currently, attempting to use an AMD CPU and GPU together to play the game is not supported at this time. What does that even mean? I mean, I know what it means, but definitely some support issues going on here, and I've got no idea who is at fault, but props to Rockstar for calling this out. Instead of releasing the game, cashing in on the sales, and then playing dumb and being all like, thanks for the sale, no takebacks. Just wait as we work on a fix. With all of that said, what about the game itself? Well, a subscription to Rockstar Games' social club is required to play, which is Rockstar's members-only destination to enhance and extend your game experience. Again, with less marketing speak, please. It's a digital rights management, multiplayer, and communication service. And look, none of this is ideal, but I'm running the minimum spec on a Rift, and I really liked it, and it ran okay. I did see some struggle points where ASW really took hold, but nothing that killed the experience. In fact, quite the opposite. I got to step into the shoes of Detective Cole Phelps and solve crimes with a flashlight in one hand and my handy-dandy notebook. Here you can see me sussing out the tracks of a sneaky crim who tried to go around one way, then go around another to force entry, before climbing up the left side, or potentially the right side, and then entering through the gap in the window. And he left a whole lot of mess and clues around the exit. Turns out the guy was a dick. Who would have thought? Driving a car by sitting down and staring, how's it going, Don? Was wicked fun. Firing and reloading a shotgun while ducking behind cover had impact and a real sense of urgency. Teleport and third-person locomotion options were there, as well as an actual locomotion option where you have to physically pace to walk in-game, which, I'm not gonna lie, worked really, really well. And on top of blocking hits and then slapping the shit out of some smart-ass motherfuckers with a Mayweather-type skill level, I also got to examine clues and retrace the path of a criminal that tried to loop around the alleyway one way, then loop around the other, before trying to exit the alleyway out of either the left side or the right hand side. Turns out he was a massive dick. And he left a whole lot of mess and clues around the exit. Who would have thought? My partner didn't seem too interested too. All in all, LA Noire is good. Real good. And my advice is get the game, apply the fix if you're on Rift, play it for an hour and a half, and if you don't like it, then refund it. And whatever your take, don't be a dick. After the Comic-Con trailer we saw earlier in the year, the new Ready Player One official trailer has hit YouTube this week, and it's laced with pop culture references from the 80s, 90s, noughties, and 2010s. Everyone from Street Fighter's Ryu, Chun-Li, and Blanka to Chucky, King Kong, Ninja Turtles, Lara Croft, Gundam, Tracer from Overwatch, and more importantly, these guys are there, which means now is the time to make that phone call and pre-order Battletoads. Get ready for DeLorean and Kanada's bike models to be all the rage, and for 80s soundtracks to once again fly off the digital shelves thanks to this epic Ernest Cline novel being brought to the silver screen by Steven Spielberg. Vive will soon have exclusive Ready Player One content up on its Viveport store, though Ernest Cline, the author of the book, also said in an interview that Spielberg was using Rift headsets to view rendered scenes from the movie while filming, and he owns both HMDs and a PSVR, so there is potential for extended support there too, though we'll have to wait and see on that one. On top of all the fun stuff, I'm really interested to see the effect this movie is actually going to have on VR overall. The reality is, it's the kids that are the future and the determining market of virtual reality. Our generation is likely just getting it off the ground, with our benefit being we get to see it first and visit the places we've always wanted to visit in a way we've always dreamed. But it's the kids now that are likely to decide the outcome of this tech, and if they're watching this movie now and being gripped by the idea of VR and its fantastic possibilities, then it's possible they'll adopt it for everyday activities in their futures. An uneducated estimate, I know, but something to think about as we approach the March 30, 2018 release date of the movie. Anyways, enough of the serious stuff, Battletoads. And briefly, Sairento VR from Mixed Realms is leaving early access in a month's time. The cyber ninja shoot and slasher that'll have you swinging around like an autistic house cleaner has elements of bullet time and the Ninja Gaiden game I always wanted to star in. It has received rave reviews, most notably for the way it handles VR locomotion, and I can confirm that the game is ridiculous fun in the most badass of ways. The post-early access full release will include a story campaign mode as well as a gameplay recording feature so you can play back the damage you've done with a range of weapons including katanas, bows, throwing glaives, and guns. Great timing actually, as I started on a review video for the game earlier in the week, which is some of the gameplay you're seeing now, so expect that in the coming days if you want to see what you're in for. The full version of the game will release simultaneously on the Vive and Rift on January the 19th next year. In the meantime, you can check the description for a link to the new launch trailer and Sairento VR on Steam. Standout VR from Raptor Lab has come out of alpha and hit early access. The blatantly PUBG-inspired VR Battle Royale game has been gaining notoriety through the alpha release of the game and is looking to be the strongest contender at this stage to the VR Battle Royale throne. Drop into a war zone with friends and salvage the landscape in an attempt to kill everyone else while the perimeter incrementally closes in. The game is regularly updated, has an active user base, and is really the best best shot at a VR version of the armor-based mod so far. The VR Championship League, brought to you by ProTube and VR Cover, wrapped up on Monday with the beginners taking home the title over Globochem, who were last season's winners in the Onward Championships. And the Pavlov leftovers, NA, took out the Pavlov VR title. Virtual esports is a new breed and is a lot of fun to watch and looks like even more fun to participate in. So if the usual COD rebake, yeah, that one, is getting a little long in the barrel, then check out some VR esports and you could be the future Team FaZe or Optic. Pavlov has a free demo on Steam, and Onward also has a 40% discount until the 20th of December, and the links are in the description if you want to get milsim training. Google has spread the love and released the previously Daydream-only YouTubeVR app on Steam for PC VR users. The app has native 360 video support and has its own 360 video tab. Though, be warned, if you don't know already, 360 videos at this stage are generally rubbish, especially when compared to what you're used to seeing in the headset that you are likely viewing this app with. All the YouTube basics are there, like being able to watch your favorite YouTube channels. Shame our standard flat videos are displayed on a big screen, and it's actually pretty crisp in comparison. A point and click search function is there, though it would have been nice to see a virtual keyboard, but the predictive options are actually quite good at speeding up the search process. The app is free and you can find a link in the description for the download. Also, the highly rated VR ping pong emulator with a social streak, 11 table tennis, has hit the Oculus Store. 4Fun Labs have maintained an awesome game here, and there is a link in the description for both the Steam and Oculus versions. Bigscreen has had another rather large update with big rooms. No longer limited to 4 people at a time, big rooms allow support for dozens of people in one room at one time. Bring your heftiest internet connection though and host your own room, watch movies, play games, or chat in a virtual environment with users worldwide. Oculus are having a winter sale, which makes no fucking sense because I just looked out the window and it's definitely summer. The sale has some great deals, bundle pricing, and other discounts. Link in the description for that. The Swords and Sorcery bundle is on Steam, which will get you a 15% discount on 3 early access fantasy titles, including Karnage Chronicles, The Wizards, and VR Dungeon Knight. And Oculus has also published a list of graphics cards that they recommend for VR. So if you're currently looking to build a VR PC, then check the description for a link to that complete list. And finally, there's a rogue cop on the loose, goes by the name Dee, who's been leaving lewd sketches of badly drawn dicks all around 1940s LA. If you find him, call the authority. And that's this week on the Grid VR. If you have more you would like to add, then hit me up in the comments below and let's discuss. And if you like this video, then crush that like button, hit the EXO logo to subscribe if you wanna, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!